Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode on the Shadowtopia server. We are on episode number 8, and I do apologize for the late video. I was having some technical difficulties. As you can see, it says Chaos Cam. This is actually my cam account because for some odd reason, I can't access my main account. And I'm trying to figure that out. And so, in the meantime, I had to literally start over. So, that's what I've been doing for the past, week and a bit. Just kind of getting everything new. And then, of course, I died. And had 2 shulker boxes on me. Where I basically fell in lava. So, yeah, luckily, I had the redstone on, or I didn't have the redstone boxes on me, but I had my wallet on me, on the character, so I've had to remake a new one. I've been getting diamonds, and I've been keeping myself a little busy here and there. One, I built this shulker unloader, just right into it, so unfortunately, just the way it worked out, you can see some of the parts, but that's okay. That is perfectly okay. We have a solid, which means that this is, well, it's plugged up. So let's just go and check this out, why it's, okay, there we go. That should clear it up, and alright. So now it should be good for a little... Oh, man, that is a lot. And I mean a lot. Holy. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to AFK here for a bit just to make sure everything is cleared out. So while that is actually loading, I just want to show you some of the new items that... So, like the new items I've added to my sorting system. So what I've done is I've actually done every single slot now has a... sign beside it, so I did have to just take that out so that way I could put a sign in. That's partly why I had the shulker loaded in. Now I will put random items in there, but then also just the shulker, and it works quite well. I gotta say, fantastically, and connects right in. So some of the new ones I have are, I've added the ore one, where it's just the emerald ore, the iron ore, and the gold ore, and then I've done coal as a whole, just as whenever I needed it, and this is a lot of coal. This is literally from strip mining. And then the redstone ore, and this is the big one, because I do need a lot of redstone, and then I also did the metals of the gold blocks and stuff like that. So the ores are kind of just whenever I need it. And what else have I done? I added just all the different nether stuff needed for it. So, because the plan is I'm still working on my factory area. It's not even completely done yet. Yeah, and I've got way more stuff to do, so maybe we can kind of showcase some of that a little bit, of course, after I get this all finished. Because, yeah, I keep forgetting that as much as I love this system, you can't have it load and unload constantly, because that's where the problem lies. So, yeah. Yeah, so today... well, okay. Too many buttons. Alright, so I think that's what we'll do in today's episode, is work a little bit more on the factory. We also might do some extra stuff today. I don't know. I guess we'll see where the episode takes us. Well, we're here at the lovely factory area. As you can see, I've got the walls up here for 2 layers of sugarcane and 1 layer of kelp. My plan is I do want to do a 3rd layer, but that will come later. As you can see, I don't have all the pistons, so it's not running at full capacity. I do plan on changing this out of stone because, I mean, it looks horrendously ugly. And then here, I basically just, as I put in the pistons and the observers, then I put in the kelp. and it just goes all along through all the way to the end there. Now, I do know that it does pop up once in a while because of these soul sand. However, that's not an overly big deal to me. Like, oh wow, oh yeah. Let's get the hidden box. There we go. So yeah, that's 16 right there. It's not an overly big deal, mainly because I'm gonna have a roof there, so it's not gonna bounce too much. So let's hope it's not doesn't do that very often. Otherwise, it is completely lossless. But what I have here, you might have heard the noise, is 2 lovely villagers. Yes, I was able to acquire a couple, because what we're going to do is, now I know that we had Banana's iron farm, and we did a good job at that, but I believe we can make it better. And what I mean by better is actually much more productive than, say, Yokai Wolves. And yeah, we're going to be making it so that way we can be in competitive with him. However, because we already have enough iron farms, Banana and I were in talking, and we're actually have agreed that once I build mine up, we're going to tear his down completely. And I think that's what we'll try and do, at least for part of the episode, of today's episode, is get a village breeder, just to breed up enough villages, and put in a iron farm. So this should be very, very exciting. Alright, so we have our village breeder up now. So we've got, I know I have the one white bed, but I just didn't have enough black wool quite yet. And we got the carrots, and now all we have to do is just get these 2 in here, and we'll be good to go. Well, we got the 2 villagers in there, and we got the farmer, we got the extra. He's slowly breeding, because obviously he is, because I've got all these villagers. Oh, I think that's more than enough what I need for my iron farm, which I already went ahead, and there we go. It's a simple design, kind of using what Diamond had done, and basically just had the components, or like the villagers there, the zombies going to be in there, with an etho clock that will let the zombie see the villagers for a few seconds, and they should spawn an iron golem there. They're going to be on, I have 4 separate clocks, so they're all going to run at their own times. I'm hoping that we kind of introvert them, because they are far enough away that they're their own villagers, and it's getting nighttime, so we better sleep. So we'll be right back in a second. Alright, sorry about that. So here we go. So we'll have the zombie going in there. We'll have the 3 villagers in there. And we'll have that area right there is where the pistons go up and down. To say, hey, zombie, I see you, and stuff like that. You know, typical Iron Village stuff. That's carpeted, so to prevent the spawning, I'm going to put slabs there as well to prevent the spawning. Glass here to prevent the spawning. So the only place they're going to spawn is here. They'll just go in and go straight down. I'm hoping, might have to work on some timing, that basically will be like spawn, drop, spawn, drop, spawn, drop, spawn. and so on and so forth. I doubt it, but hey, why not? If I could get all four to drop at the same time, that would be perfectly fine. Um, hmm, gives me an idea for something. It's redstone. I'll figure it out. Anyway, now time to put the... I want to put the villagers in first. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start putting them in. Well, I've put in the villagers. I also was able to put in the zombies. Bit of a process on that one. Annoying process. Apparently, and I did not know this, is zombies can still burn through glass. So, I had placed all four, then they all got burned. So now, oh, you just saw a golem go by. So I had to put that in. I left them in a minecart, and I'm just going to not worry about it. They don't need to walk back and forth. They're still scared regardless. All four of them are working. And I AFK'd as well for a little bit. And let's... Ow. Go right in here. So I've already... So, like, sugarcane is just going insane. And I've got a full chest, and it's growing. So I'm... Actually, this is amazing. So now we are going to tear down the other iron farm and keep this one in place. And we're going to start really selling some iron. But before we do that, I did decide to work a bit more on this factory area. So as you can see, I actually made a pathway out here, and I changed the ground to be stone brick, which I kind of like. Just to minimize lighting in here, I did do the carpeting. And I've been here for quite a while, and look at the sugarcane growing. Now, I did notice the fact that some of the sugarcane doesn't actually get picked up. Let's see if I can see one, for example. Because sometimes, so like this, for example, it just clicks on the hook of it, and then every once in a while, the ones that come by, clip it, and then stick with it. So I thought this was lossless, but I guess on the corners it isn't. The only way I can think of doing that is rechanging it to, excuse me, rechanging it to slabs, half slabs on the top, so it still stays within the water, but it will still have a clear cut through. But in all honesty, I'm not too worried because, like I said, this is a lot. And now the kelp is now getting into one because I did change that as well. I did have I thought it was a great idea to have the soul sand. Oh, perfect. So I did have the soul sand here, so that way it would stop clipping from that, and then they could just pop up. However, it didn't work out. It would pop it up, but then it wouldn't have enough speed to actually go furthermore. So a lot of it was getting stuck. So now it actually is going just fine. This is working wonderful, and we'll see over here. I actually don't have my rockets on me, so we'll just Elytra skip over. I noticed that it wasn't having enough speed to go over, so what I did is just do that, and then have it in a slab, and it drops down. And we've got this part right here that just has all the iron, the sugarcane, and the kelp go into our system. So that is looking pretty good. Now to make it so that way it's not this big ugly thing, I decided to stop it at this because this was a lot of work for just this one and two of these, because I wanted to do a third one and these two kind of helping with the slope. But I think I'll start the slope here and then go upwards, because like I said, I'm gonna have this all covered. That is looking wonderful. If iron is going really, really well, then like as it is, I might do a second layer or maybe even a third one just to kind of really bring in the production. But we'll see on that, because I actually had to stop my village breeder from breeding because it was breeding way too much. So Shadowtopians, if you want a villager, let me know. I can gladly work out a deal for you, for sure. But I think, yeah, now let's go tear down that iron farm.
that was a lot of fun. I did show Banana this area, and he now knows where it is, and he's gonna AFK whenever he can, so we can get iron and lots of iron. And I'm currently just filling in the roof of everything because now my next part, which I'll probably have started for the next episode, because we're probably running out of time for this one, is that I'm going to cover this whole thing to actually make it look like a big structure. So I might inquire the help of White Top, one of the good builders of our server. Like, we have a lot, but I AFK'd for, if I can actually aim properly. There we go. I actually did AFK for a couple hours here just to get some of the iron, and it definitely filled up. But also the fact that I had maybe about half a chest, and in that same time it did quite a bit, and sugarcane is really coming up. I do have plans for all of this to be built and potentially sell, but that will be considered in a future episode. So with that being said, I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, just give a like and subscribe to get notified, and hit the bell to get notified on future comments, or future videos, not future comments. What? I might have to, nah. You know, this is a crazy time. Anyways, so I'm Chaos. I'm signing out, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.